What's up, everybody? So for the last few weeks at locals, I've been testing this deck that I saw and was interested in for a little bit. Another YouTuber, Henry, I'll link his channel below, played this, and we seem to always play the same decks, which is insane. Essentially, this deck is nuts. It's Plunder Runick, and it is insane because the Runicks draw you cards and the Plunders draw you cards, and you just benefit from having card advantage. It's nuts. I'm gonna get into the deck profile and ramble on later. For the Plunder cards, you're playing 3 Whitebeard, 1 Redbeard. This ratio's fine. 1 Redbeard is good enough. I don't want to open Redbeard. I just want to summon it off Whitebeard, essentially. If you don't know what Plunders do, this guy, when he's sent to graveyard, summons a Plunder from deck, but you're Plunder locked, which isn't an issue if you go draw phase, activate a Runick card, summon Hugin, discard Whitebeard, search field spell, and then Whitebeard on a new chain summons, because the only time you need to not summon a Plunder is your draw phase Runick summon. So these ratios are fine. I'm on triple Golden Hair. It's really good. It's a tuner. Summons itself from grave every turn. It's neat. 2 Bluebeard, 2 Black Eyes. I want to play 3 Bluebeard, but I also wanted to keep an even 40 cards, so I opted for 2. We're on 2 Shipyard, 1 Booty. Henry's Let's play 2 Booty. I don't like 2 Booty, but that's me. This card only comes up in the Naturia matchup, which is insane. Because that deck is played for sure. 2 Shipyard, because you pretty much only want to use it when you have access to Fountain after, because you want your Fountain to be up almost the entire game if possible. But this does come up. You can use Jerry, add back Fountain, which is a cool interaction. So you can Shipyard, reset itself, summon Jerry, add back Fountain. There's cool interactions with the deck for sure. I only own 1 Booty, so I'm justifying 1 Booty. It targets, it just gives you your attributes that you don't have, which shouldn't be an issue. The only matchup that is really hard for you, is attribute wise, is there's 2 of them. There's Naturia, which is all Earths, and Plunder, which is fucking obnoxious. But Booty is good in those matchups. But the Wind ship's, or the Earth ship's gonna come out soon, so Naturia doesn't become an issue anymore. For the Runick cards, I'm on 2 Fountain, 3 Tip, super standard, and then 3 Flashing, 3 Freezing, 3 Destruction, 3 Slumber. Essentially, you just want to max out on the relevant ones. You want to open, essentially you want to open a Plunder card plus 4 Runicks is ideal. If you open Whitebeard, Whitebeard Tip, any combination of these cards are good. To round out the Runick cards, I'm playing 1 Dispelling, 1 Smiting Stone. Dispelling isn't really insane, but it's a name, and Smiting Stone comes up, I promise. I think most of the matches I won with this over the last couple weeks were decking out my opponent, because I don't you don't get a battle phase ever. Your goal is to grind them out. And the cool thing about this deck is that if your opponent doesn't know to scoop, you're just always, I don't know, it's just a card advantage. Some people don't understand they're losing and they want to play it out, and then they're in time and they lose to neat little cards in the extra deck. So we're playing 40 cards, so to round it out, we're on 3 DD Crow, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Called By. I don't want to play the Bystials. I don't like being Plunder locked and having a Bystial in hand. Also, Bystials are only good into specifically a Shizu tier. So to mitigate that, I'm just gonna play 3 Crow, right? It forces the Ishizu cards. If you go Crow Medora, they can't chain Medora to Fountain, which is neat. I mean, they're gonna shuffle your stuff back either way. But if you see Crows, you can force the Graveyard Shufflers, which is neat. It's also just generic. It hits Elf Target Toad is neat. I did that a lot as well. There's a lot of sprite at my locals, Jesus. Ash is just generically good and Called By. Should not be banned. I don't care. To the extra deck, we are on, for the Runick cards, we're on 2 Hugin, 1 Jerry, 1 Munin. Munin won me a game in time, which is insane. This is super standard. I wanted to find room for a 3rd Hugin, because I feel like it comes up. Or, like, play another Runick name. I don't know. Hugin specifically just feels like it comes up. It just protect the field. It searches the field spell and protects the field spell, and that's just insane. For the Plunder cards, we're on triple Blackbeard, 2 Lice, 2 Mork, 1 Brawn. You don't need more than 1 Brawn. Spell Trap interaction is like niche. Mork is the banish, and Lice is a monster negate, and it summons a monster from your Spell Trap card zone. All of the Plunders, if you don't know, Blackbeard tags out for any ship, essentially, assuming your opponent has on their field or in their graveyard a monster of that attribute. It tags into a ship and it draws 1. And then all of the Plunders do their own things, and on resolution, they search a Plunder card. Like Mork searches a Spell Trap, Lice searches a Plunder card, but they all need to discard a Plunder to use their effects. So like, make sure you essentially prioritize having a Plunder in hand at all times as well. To round out the extra deck, we're on 1 Dweller, 1 Baguska, 1 Scarlight. These are all self-explanatory. Beats a Shizu tier, beats Flunderies, wins. It has a lot of attack points. It is cool. You do play this card mostly in game 3 because it has a lot of attack points. For the side deck, it doesn't have to be this. This is just what I've been testing with. I'll explain the theory behind it. So 3 summon limit, 3 Dark Ruler no more, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Evenly Matched, and 3 Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. What this boils down to is you don't have an issue going first. I mean, to an extent, like if you open decent enough, your grind game is insane going first. And to guarantee that your grind game stays going, you play 3 summon limit because turn 1, ideally you draw 4 cards. 5 if you see Blackbeard, the common, when you send to grave, discard 1, draw 1. But you do have an issue playing second into established boards like Sprite, which is like Double Toad, Baron. It's gross, it makes me sick. So you just want to play as many go second cards as you can to beat it. You just got to force everything out. This card's for time. It's self-explanatory, and then back row hate. I don't know. The deck is super neat. I've played it for a few weeks now, and I've had a very fun time with it. I'm always really bad at closing these out. So if you enjoyed the profile and want to see more, definitely like and subscribe. I'm going to try to make more content somewhere. I don't know what to do. I do play a lot of different decks all the time, but it is 2023 now. So my goal is to like proper grind content. Try to hit 5K subs, maybe even 10. Who knows? 10K would be insane. Yeah, that's all. If you appreciate it, want to see more, like, subscribe. I haven't streamed on Twitch in months. I'm not going to promote that. I'm lying to you. Either way, I appreciate you guys. Peace, peace.